And we are recording. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for doing this.
Of course.
This is the timer has started. All I've told you is that we have 1 hour. This recording is starting, so we're going to keep it to an hour. Here, I'll start a little timer so I can see it going. But this, Danny, is working title is Inventing Magic. This is
Sweet.
episode 1. I am Blake Vogt. You are Danny Garcia.
What?
Yes. Daniel Garcia, DG, Danny G. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what this is, as well as
Yeah.
anybody watching this.
Yep.
Hopefully,
Yep.
people are watching this.
Mhm.
We are going to, you, Danny Garcia, and myself, Blake Voigt, over the course of the next hour, will invent a new magic trick.
I love it.
Bold claim. You and I have done way crazier in way less time. So that's why you are episode 1. And yeah, so that's the idea.
I
It,
also
it
feel
doesn't, yeah,
I feel like real quick, I'm gonna jump in.
yeah.
I feel like though that sorry to interrupt you.
No,
Um
please.
that even though we have done crazier in a short amount of time, I feel like that was like there was like stakes on the line. Do you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
like we
Yep.
had to like, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm very interested to see how this turns out.
Oh, there
So
are stakes. There are heavy stakes. Just
I'm
I don't
cooking
know what
steak.
they are. No, so the idea is we will invent a trick that will live in Genie magazine.
Okay.
So a write-up of it. And
What's going to
so
go
it
on
could
with like
be
the crediting? Like, what if like, how's that going to work? That's an
That's a
interesting.
great question. We'll figure that out as we go. Since this is
Okay.
episode 1, we're figuring it out. I want all crediting to go where it is.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
idea, the goal would be, and to kind of help us with more restraints. You and I work well, I think, under restraints. That we would come up with something that's completely original. If we come up with something that utilizes something from someone else, all crediting we'll put in there, and we won't explain anybody else's stuff. But
Okay.
we'll just keep it out, talking out loud. And then, yeah, the goal would be that it's like a trick that anybody could do with everyday objects and stuff that we have in front of us right now. I'm in my office and it's messy. I've got everything probably we could think of and some stuff that is very strange. I know you're at your desk right now. You've got paper. You probably got cards nearby.
You got something behind you right there. What is that little thing behind you that I just saw that I was like,
Which thing?
they said, what is that right there? Box two. That looks crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it
Oh my gosh. Sorry. After this call, I'll
yet.
show you. That's a,
Uh,
a game Danny and I invented. So there's a lot
with
of
help from
stuff.
others. With help from others.
Yes, 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 yes. We
Lots of.
conceptualized the beginning
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it to an hour, but then also just to spend a couple more minutes on the concept of this show so people understand where the idea came from. If people want to know more about you, this is not the thing to watch. I'm not going to interview you. You and I realized before we got on here, I've known you for over 10 years now, which is
That's crazy.
crazy.
That is
So
bananas.
I could probably ask some pretty awesome questions about you. But other podcasts exist where people can learn about you and hear how awesome you are. Just a quick credit list. You have created magic for every magician living, I think. So um, if you've seen magic on TV in the last 10 or 20 years, your fingerprints are all over it. And you and I have been working together for over 10 years. So that's why I mean, besides being best friend and coworker and all around badass, we just you stand you and I stand the best chance of making this thing work. So let's see how this goes. The goal would
All right,
to
I'm
be to
in.
try
Let's do
this with
this.
other
No
people
pressure.
too.
No
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah, yeah. Not at all. Not at all. Like I said, if this sucks, no one will ever see it. So, um, just going off of what we have in front of us,
I don't have a
and
lot. So I'm sitting. I'm downstairs in my living room.
cool.
So I don't have a lot around me. So
Okay.
there might be a lot of jumping up. I'm guessing you can edit out of me going and being like, "Oh, I've got this over here," and I've got this kind of stuff.
I'm not gonna edit.
A lot.
I'm gonna keep this raw. So if you get up, I hope you're wearing pants. I'm wearing
Okay.
gym shorts, so it's
Okay.
very casual.
Got it. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna
And then
keep it
the other thing I
all.
have is just
Yeah.
like I've got like ideas that I'm messing with that are just kind of around here from me being back in
Cool.
town for the last 3 or 4 days.
I
So
love that. I don't want anything that you are working on in this. I want this
no, I'm not. I'm
to
not. I'm
be
just saying
okay,
that's
okay,
all I
okay. Because
have around here.
whatever you're
That's
working
the only
on
thing
is
that's
probably 10,000 times better than what we're going to come up with right now.
I
But
know.
I wanted to kind of like to start off, you've read a lot of magic before and so the idea that it lives in a magazine,
Hmm.
and people can understand the trick within a couple of photos, that I think might help us.
Okay.
Because it can't be anything too complicated.
Yeah, it needs to be like
We're
easy,
Yeah,
easy,
we're 5 minutes
it's
in.
not too much work, right?
Yeah, and hey, the other thing is if we come up with something in 5, 10 minutes, we can just chat for the rest of the time. This is
You just, just do. It's funny that you
yeah.
said that the thing before because I don't. I was literally. It was this morning actually. I was thinking because I'm trying to figure out. I've always like whenever I've done lecture notes, I've always done lecture notes and then been like, oh, let me put like the things that are in like that I'm working on right now. Not necessarily
Hmm.
everything in the lecture.
Yes.
Let me put like things inside of the things that I'm working on or tricks that I do, and then
Cool.
three or four of those I'll have in the lecture. And then recently I've been like, oh man, you know what? I really should just make a set of lecture notes that is like all the stuff from the lecture.
That's cool.
But which isn't like, I mean, there's nothing, not obviously not revolutionary. That's how things have been done for years. But the thing that it got me think about was that I was like, dude, you know what you don't ever write up is like this, like the technical stuff
Hmm.
that like, I mean, you've seen me do like some pretty technical things, but I
Yes.
never write it up because of what we're talking about, which is really weird. I'm
Mm-hmm.
always like, oh, I need to make sure that people can do this with like not too much practice, which isn't like, necessarily the best route to go, I guess.
That's
Like,
true. That's super
um,
true.
which is so
Well,
funny. I was
something
literally just thinking about it this morning.
something you said on the Garcia projects, I quote back to you all the time, but you said if you can do it once, you can learn, practice, and rehearse it enough times to be able to do it over
Yeah,
and over,
it can
which
be
I love
replicated.
that thinking. It can be replicated. Yeah. I love that. So just to get us going on objects, do you have anything in front of you that's like that you can reach, like paper, cards, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I mean, I've got random things around that, but just not like there's really nothing. I mean, I've got bills, I've got fake bills because I'm messing with the fake bill thing. I've
I've
got a
got,
really cool coin that I got from Disney.
ooh,
This little kind of
that's
Asian
cool.
Max coin, which is kind of cool.
That's super cool. Love that.
Stack of quarters. I've got this is not I can't show that because that's something I'm working on. Um, I've got books. I've got tickets for the movies.
Ooh, tickets is cool. Wait, I'm gonna start writing stuff down. This okay.
I've randomly
Tickets.
got black art cloth here.
Ooh, I've got that too, randomly. I
I
think
just
I
ordered this, by the way.
was that.
This is two rolls of the blackest fabric you can buy.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's very expensive, but I got it because I
Okay.
wanted something. But I got one with the what's it called? Sticky adhesive backing, and there's a
Yep.
roll of adhesive backing and a roll of non-adhesive. It's just the fabric.
That's
Um,
cool.
they sell it already. I mean, you've probably seen it. It's kind of like the stuff that you have that we normally get.
Hmm.
It's like, or they have that, what's it called? Muso or whatever it's called. Moose, something. I don't know. I'm gonna moose. I'm
Okay.
gonna mispronounce it. It's like that, but darker. And so,
Ooh,
yeah, it's really
that's
amazing, actually.
crazy.
It's really crazy. So I've got that here that we can mess
Cool.
with. I've got reading glasses galore,
Yep.
double stick tape
Glasses.
next to me.
Okay. Double stick. I'm writing all this
Um,
down.
I've got a little sound generator that's next to me,
What?
like a
Okay.
little sound generator. I've got fake air tags.
Ooh, I know what that's for.
Yeah. Um,
Say no more. Um, Also, I'm trying to think because because this is episode one, trying to figure this out as we go. A lot of these things you just said, I also have
oh,
around
okay,
me.
cool.
So maybe what if we try first jamming on with stuff that we both have? Because then we
Yeah.
could be jamming. I mean, it'd be cool to do one of these with you in the
Post-its.
same room.
You know, like
Post-its?
the little mini post-its. This is kind
You
of
have,
cool.
yeah.
It's a little bag, but it's got like a locket inside, like a not a locket, like a charm
Ooh,
um inside that says something. I don't know what it says, but let's see. Oh, it's got multiple. Oh no, there's two of them in here, like little charms.
that's cool.
That's kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
like the
So
little
what?
bag. All right, so out of the things you just said, I got stuff that looks like tickets. I've got black art. That might be harder for the average person to just have laying around.
Also, what if like I don't I guess also what do we want this to be like a focus on like an I guess there isn't really focus. I was gonna say like Instagram magic or regular. Is this like performing every
That'd be
day?
cool.
Is this like
Either.
because those are
I
two
think
totally different like kind
I
of
know.
paths to go down, you know what I mean?
It'd be easier if it was one or the other. It'd probably be cooler to since this is episode one, if it was a visual Instagrammy thing, because then whatever we come up with, it'd be like a 5 second thing that me or you or Jeannie could post on a video and be like, see this? Boom. You can learn that if you get this month's issue. You know?
I guess the best of both worlds is kind of what we always try to do, which is
Yes.
do the
There you
best
go.
of both. Like have the
Shoot,
visual look
shoot for
amazing.
both. Yeah,
Uh,
but make it something that you could actually do.
that
Yeah.
we carry around. Yeah.
I don't have a Disney coin, but I have coins. I've got glasses somewhere. I've got my glasses. Double stick tape I've got. Sound generator I do not have laying around. Fake air tags I do not have. Post-it notes. I have regular post-it notes, like small size and big size.
Hmm.
I don't have those minis, but I could probably cut mine like this to make it a mini.
Hmm.
And I really like that bag you have. I've got this bag from Magic Live.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I have that
And
upstairs.
I've got some other bags laying around that I could use. I really like that bag. I wish I
Oh,
had one.
Nesta bags is cool. I don't like.
Nest
I know Nesta
nested
wallets
bags.
is kind of like a normal thing now and not like a
Hmm.
standard thing, which was great when it came out. Um, but Nesta like bags is kind of an interesting. You know what? It's a cool thing that been wanting, and I have just haven't done it yet. Is a really cool everyday nest of wallets. I mean, not nest of wallets, a nest of objects. That is something that's literally it's been a reoccurring theme in me writing notes around. Um,
Dude, I think we just cracked it. Let's come up with a nest of something today.
yeah, like
Let's come up
something.
with a few and then land on one because it doesn't have to be good. This doesn't, again, this is just like, something that is just organic and possible, you know.
Yeah, what is something that's like I guess for me the things I'll tell you the things that have been bouncing in my head
Go.
with the nest of objects, right?
Hmm.
Is like I've got the things for parlor that I really like the nest of balloons that I told you about, like all that kind of stuff, right? Which
Yes.
I think is a super cool idea.
Hmm.
But I want something that I can put like on a keychain or
Hmm.
something that like I've been looking up those like the old school nest of box like the little brass ones.
Hmm.
My favorite is the OG, like the matchbox, the box inside little bag and the matchbox, and that's probably my favorite.
Same.
Um, but that like gets smashed and gets, and then another cool one that I saw was what's his name? Is it Javier? For that works for Murphy's. Um, he has a nest of like Altoid tins. It's really clever, and I thought
Cool.
that was really cool.
That's
Um,
cool.
but something that has I was looking at those like little brass the little brass round ones. Um, they're like
So that
little
the spin?
yeah, they
Yeah.
unscrew or I mean
Yeah, yeah.
I think you can make them look I think they just pop together, but it's a small it's like the size of like an Okito box, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then you take that off and there's another one inside, take that off, another one, and then inside is the quarter or whatever. So I
Cool.
thought that was cool, but that would be cool as a keychain. You know what I mean? If that's like in a
Yep.
little leather pouch, like and that's hanging on your thing. So maybe something in that vein. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I love that. I love that. I just recently realized, like, I feel like you and I are both pretty aware of pocket management.
Yeah.
I just recently realized I never carry anything in my front left pocket.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Where do you
dude.
carry your wallet?
Nothing. My wallet is back right. My phone is back left.
Oh, you carry them in
And then my
you carry
front,
your phone in your back pocket?
yeah,
Live on the
it's,
edge.
I mean, no, man. It's bigger though. So if I wear it in the front, it's like this bulging rectangle that you see because my pants
Yeah,
are
it
a
is.
little tight. All right, I said I wasn't going to edit anything out. That gets it. But I
Um,
like, and the front right is keys, chapstick, and then maybe a Sharpie, you know? But
Yeah,
like,
I'm the same. I don't. Well, I mean, I only use my front pockets. I'm the opposite of you.
oh,
So I only have my
interesting.
wallet in my right pocket and my phone in my left pocket. For all you pickpocketers out there that want to
And now
know.
you know.
So yeah, phone's in my left pocket and wallets in my right pocket, and I only use my back pockets for like magic if I'm gonna and receipts. That's the other thing.
Mm.
Um,
Dude, I was just thinking the other day, like, uh, as far as objects go, receipts might be an untapped. I haven't seen a lot of receipt stuff.
yeah, I mean, well, there was that whole debacle that went down, but
Oh,
you know
okay.
who has yeah, it's silly. You know who who has um a cool receipt was Ryan Stock had a cool receipt trick.
Oh, cool.
That was really cool. And then the Weber one and the Petty one. But
What about
you know
like
what's
just as
cool?
far,
Oh,
yeah,
what a so here was I think I told you this. This is funny because it's kind of going back to this. I think I mentioned this to you a while back. Like Buddha Money Mystery, but nest of paper, folded up paper. It's simple, but that's a super cool like to pull out a thing. But you know how Buddha Money Mystery looks like?
I don't know it by its
Okay.
name.
Uh, Buddha Money Mystery is the one where it's like the colored paper that's folded, and then you open it up, and there's another folded colored piece of paper. You open that up, and
Yes,
then you put the dollar in, you close everything up, open it up, and now it turns into a quarter, or like
yes.
you know what I'm
And
talking about?
is it
It's
is
the
that
double
the
the
general?
middle, yes. Only the middle one though, but or only the
Oh,
second. I don't remember,
yeah, one of
but
them is.
that I think that concept is like I remember talking like to some people and being like, I mean, we did it for Dustin also, where it was walking through like a wall is a cool thing. Walking through a mirror is a cool thing. But there's something really interesting about walking through an outstretched piece of paper or
Yeah,
walking something that's delicate. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So,
Paper, I like paper. What if
it's cool,
we?
right?
What if we? I mean, I like paper. I really like paper.
I do too, and I mean, it kind of fits. It kind of fits both of our like kind of building style.
Yeah.
Um,
What if we list a bunch of different types of paper just to kind of
okay,
keep I feel like a teacher. It's like- so receipt, right?
book page is cool.
Ooh, thought we'd start with boring ones. It's a good one. Okay.
Um,
Money can kind of be a
Yep,
piece
money's
of
cool.
paper.
It can be multiple objects, different objects.
Oh
Like it
yeah,
can,
yeah.
one can be like a page of a book. The next one can be the bookmark. The next one can be
Yes,
the, you know what I
that's
mean?
what I was thinking. Yeah.
Um,
Post-it note.
Post-it note.
Um, what else?
Oh, that's kind of a cool. I'm just gonna say the trick out loud, even though this isn't like this can get
Say
us
it.
somewhere. But like if you were using like a little mini thermal printer, like one of the
Mhm.
like all the popular ones that are coming out now, you could
Yeah.
do you could do the like the cover of a book, like it's falling apart.
Hmm.
Open that up. There's a page of a book. Open that up, and there's a torn piece that with the word that they just said circled. That's kind
Dang.
of cool.
That's really
Cool trick.
cool. I love
Uh,
that. How many layers do we want to do?
how about we
Three?
just
Does
go with
three feel
three?
good?
I think power three is kind of always the
So three is good. Let's come up with a few more sources of paper.
what a wrapping paper.
Wrapping
Like a
paper.
gift is cool.
Envelope.
Envelope is good. Although
A
envelope
gift.
is all no, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
What?
I guess what I was gonna say was I just didn't want to put a limitation.
Hmm.
Envelope is already a sealed object that's
Yeah, you're right.
like in my head, I feel like there's something cool about it being these loose things.
Yes, I agree.
And the sealing
Um,
is the folding. That's what's sealing everything.
notebook paper. Like
Notebook's awesome.
notebook paper. Okay, so what I've got here is just to say them out loud. Receipt, book page, money, post-it note, envelope, gift paper, and notebook paper.
Yep.
I think that's enough, unless you could think of any Kleenex.
What if it's not paper? What if it's
Kleenex.
something clean like yeah, like Kleenex is kind of cool. Like I like how super delicate Kleenex is.
Oh yeah,
That's super cool. Uh like a piece of leather is kind of interesting. Just
yeah.
like a piece of fabric, some sort of fabric.
Oh yeah. Like
a
a
shop
hanky
towel
or
or like a
oh, shop towel's cool.
handkerchief. You know what I mean?
Toilet paper square. We're getting a little unelegant, but
Yeah, yeah. That's a
feels delicate.
cool. It definitely feels a little. But I mean, for some, if it's going to be a comedy thing, that's kind of a
Hmm.
funny.
Um, okay. Here's what I kind of love about this, like you saying, like say the trick out loud, like just going up to somebody and saying, like, one of my favorite things about, because I used to do the thing you're talking about, the box. Mine was like a white box with a rabbit on it,
Yeah, yeah,
and the
exactly. Yeah,
matchbox
little
and the little baggie
atoms.
with the coin. Was like you borrowed a coin, you put it. Mine was like the silver, the clear squares
Oh
with the
yeah,
rubber
yeah, yeah,
bands around. You put it in there, you wrap it in a hanky, steal it out,
yeah,
hand that out, and then you introduce the ending and you say, here's the ending.
yeah,
Like this is where we're gonna try to end up. Now the trick begins, even though it's already over.
yeah.
So I kind of like that as a simple formula to follow for this nest that we're jamming on. It's like we borrow an object,
Yep.
we conceal it
In
somehow,
something.
have them hold that. They feel like they think that object is still there.
Yep.
We then introduce the ending, we put it down, and now we re-engage and vanish and then reveal. Like that feels like if you take 1,000 steps back and you're looking at it,
Yeah.
like not to try to reinvent the wheel. I like that as a framework because we're 21 minutes in, so we got 40 minutes,
Yeah.
not to keep saying the time out loud, but that way, because that's one of my favorite parts about this is the restraints. Like, do you like that as a formula?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's the easiest to accomplish, to be honest with you.
Yes, with the time frame. Obviously, I feel like you and I could
The
rework
only other
the
the other
yeah.
thing too is that it's you're adding another thing to it, basically, unless we just use the fold paper steal out type thing, which is kind of a
Hmm.
which is obviously a well-known I don't even know what that's called. But if we're wrapping it in something and we want to feel, now that's another gimmick that we need to make or another. So how do we not make, what's kind of cool? This is an interesting idea. There's something interesting about you taking a piece of cardboard
Hmm.
and rotating on its edge and putting that inside of a piece of paper so it feels hard. And then whenever you let it go, it opens up and flattens.
Mm,
Does that make sense?
yes, that's cool.
Or like a piece of plastic.
Hmm.
If you
So
cut a
you're talking about the time delay from like feeling like something, because this is now two separate projects, which is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're pointing
What
out.
I'm talking about, yeah, is the vanish of the actual. So if I took a piece of like a piece of plastic
Hmm.
and I cut a strip of plastic out and I rolled it, it now becomes a ring, but it now becomes rigid.
Mm, hmm.
So if I put that on a piece of paper and I roll that and do this, now they're holding a tube
Hmm.
in the middle of this little piece of paper that when I grab, you can now squeeze the edge, it'll open up and flatten, and now you can crumple everything up into a that's bananas actually.
God, you're insane. That makes me want to do like signed chapstick to nest of paper. It's like the weirdest thing ever. It's like, I've
Oh, I
got
see what you're saying. Like instead of it being a ring size, elongate
well,
the thing.
or you're like, okay, I'm a big fan of like this false concept of I don't have anything on me, but
Uh-huh.
organically have,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you get stuff. So like, let me see. I'll try this here. Like here, write your name on this
Yeah, 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 that's
this
cool.
cap. And then they write their name on it and you're like, okay, what else we got?
I'll tell you the flag that
Yeah.
goes off in my head real quick because I think that's a
Yep.
dope trick. Sign chapstick to here, take this, put this down. What's cool about that trick, this is a separate trick, but what's cool about that is a time delay type thing where if you did I mean not time delay, an out of focus and a peripheral thing. You take the chapstick, you put it down next to you, and then you go, let me see this. Boom, it's gone. And then you look over and now the chapsticks, their little things on top of it is a super cool, which is kind of neat if you vacuum formed a piece of clear acetate that went over your Sharpie,
Hmm.
I mean your thing cap, and you said sign that, you could now take that off, steal that, and say
Hmm.
hold this, vanish this, and now it's on another Sharpie cap that's
This really feels like it needs to end up back on the.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
So here's a bad pitch. Bad pitch. You're like, I've got this, and we in this version you would use your method twice. So you take this off, right?
Yep,
You just like, okay, you put that like out of sight, out of mind type
yep,
thing,
exactly.
like card under glass, all that stuff. You hand them a Sharpie or a pen or anything, and you're like, write your initials on this
Yeah,
chapstick cap, and then you take out a Kleenex, for lack of a better object, right? You wrap the Kleenex in it, and you say, pinch right here, and they pinch. You say, so you still have that, right? And now you introduce a red herring, and
yeah.
you introduce a little bag or something, right? And then you say, okay, watch the Kleenex, and I want you in the other hand to hold this bag. Okay. You take the Kleenex, disengage the roll so that it's empty, empty,
Yep.
empty, empty. Feel that bag. Do you feel anything? And they feel this again. This is
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
overusing the method. And then you're like, I'm going to unfold that, unfold, unfold, unfold. What's inside? It says, look at the chapstick. This is dumb, you know. And then when
Oh
they
no, no,
then
no, it's great.
and now when they look over, the sign cap is on
Is
the
on the thing.
chapstick tube on the table.
What's cool about that is you can now make the one that's the one that they're feeling. When that unrolls, that's the paper that actually says, "Look at the chapstick." So you end clean.
Oh, great.
Uh,
Dude,
that's a cool.
that's
That's a cool
great.
idea. I'll tell you what I like about the ring, real quick, just to jump back to
Yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah,
a
yeah.
cool trick. Uh, let's not forget this though, because this is a good. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Also, the flag that went off in my head first, whenever you said that, was there's something interesting about the ring being metal and being hollow that made this vanish interesting
Feel
to me,
really good. Yeah.
as opposed to a two when you first like not obviously not that I'm right, like we say this all the time, but the tube, it being more of a elongated tube, feels like I think that their brain could connect to that being something rolled up as opposed to a
Yes, I totally agree with you.
although the trick that we just jammed on is a great trick. Is a
There's some
really
problems with this too that you just pointed out. Because this, when you pinch it, you would feel hollow and you would feel solid.
yeah,
And with a ring, it would be very much more convincing that you're
yeah, it would
very much
feel
feeling that.
yeah, it
Yeah.
would,
I just got married. You
yep.
were the best
What?
man standing there. Um, and I don't have my ring on right now. I just did some dishes this morning, so it's up
Uh,
on the sink.
this is living
But
forever. You understand that?
dude, but I don't normally wear a ring, and so getting to do a trick with the ring would be cool. Borrowing it would be nice. Transposition, something like that. But because the problem with borrowing a ring, do you think that that plastic idea would be universal enough? I guess it could be.
I don't know. I mean, it's like it literally just popped
All
in my
right,
head. It was just
let's
it.
do it.
I feel like what it would be is I feel like what you would feel is just in my head is just that there's something rigid and something hollow because of the paper that's around it. Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
the thing I like a little bit more about it being made of cardstock or something is the idea that the thing
So
they were
ripped.
pinching turns into, oh yeah, that too. You could destroy it,
Yeah.
but also the idea that the thing they're feeling turns into the reveal, so you end totally clean.
Oh, I got you from the chapstick thing.
No, 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 no. Just from
Oh, just in
like
a just as a
as
concept.
a concept, like, oh, the other thing I just thought of is like this is cardstock, so it's going to be stiffer,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
If you use paper, you now can fold it to make it as thick as cardstock, then roll it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So when you
so
open
when
it,
it turns into you're very much
yeah,
vanishing the method, you know. So maybe I'll start with paper instead of cardstock because that's like, you know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
a deeper vanish because it's not turning into a strip that says something, it's turning into a.
Yeah. I think the only difference between them right now is going to be the feel of the effect, right? Which is
y-
one of them is going to be you're holding a piece of paper that obviously has a ring inside of it, a ring.
Yes.
Uh, and then you're gonna grab that and go look, make sure I don't move anything, rip that in half, or even if they might be able to do it. Fuck. Oh, sorry.
Hmm. No,
Uh,
that's cool. I like that.
uh,
This is a stubby ring, but
yeah. So that inside of a
Kleenex, dollar bill. You don't want to rip a dollar bill.
mm-mm.
Receipt. Well,
Like
okay.
you,
What's our list? Money, post-it note, envelope,
you
gift
just
paper, leather, shop towel, toilet paper, receipt, book page. Um,
so I guess what am I trying to? I also don't mind. There's something else like I'm really into interesting objects lately, or within the
yes.
past few years, where like you say it's like where you're like, which I my head used to always be in the area where yours is, which is like, what do I do with a chapstick? What do I do with this? There's also something really interesting about having a folded piece of paper in your wallet and people going, what is that for? Do you know what I mean? That's
Oh,
something that my
this?
head been
Yeah.
uh I mean, I've talked to you about it.
Yeah. I
Um,
like that.
but like this is such a cool
For the final
no
reveal
no no
spot.
for the Vanish.
Oh,
Like look how like a ring inside of this
yes.
and then pinching it. This is also a
Yes.
really good thing just to actually mention just while this is being recorded. Um, I guess I use it a lot when I'm consulting with a team is what's in my head is not necessarily what the other people are thinking. Like
Hmm.
right now, I think I just realized that in your head it was something inside of like just a crumble, like a thing that's inside of something loosely. Uh,
I like where your head's at, though.
and mine was inside of like this folded, nice, where they were like, "Oh, here's this.
Here's
There's
this thing.
obviously a ring inside of here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So would you in this case, so is that cardstock or a piece of paper?
I don't. I mean, well, it's up for this. It's literally just a thought that popped in my head. But in my head right now, what I was thinking was, imagine this is a strip of cardstock over here, right?
Hmm.
You take somebody's ring, and now you do the old school like this whole thing, right? But in this action, you make a ring with this.
Oh, dude, that's it. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that's it. Moving on. That's it. That's it.
Well, I mean, that needs to be tested, obviously, a lot.
No, no, but that's it. So we've got 28 minutes left. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
So let's say uh you want to see a trick? Can I borrow your ring? I've got a piece of paper. Let me try a trick with a piece of paper,
Hmm.
right? Borrow the ring. Here, let me try this. I'm gonna put your ring
That's
inside
sorry.
inside here.
Yeah,
Yep.
go ahead.
I'm just superpowers.
Yeah,
Like,
no, go for it. Yeah, yeah.
so here's your ring. Okay. So, so here, hold your hand out and just pinch the paper. You can feel your ring is in
Yeah.
there, right? Okay, great. So that's step one. Hold on to that. I'm gonna
Although you wouldn't say
try.
you could feel your ring, you'd probably just say, "Here, hold this," and
Yep,
just let them
great.
know that the ring's in there.
They're smart. Don't insult them.
Yeah.
Like, okay, hold this. Great. And also I have this, you know?
Yeah.
And I hold out your other hand. I'm gonna put this in your other hand. Great. Okay.
Okay. So what if it's this? What if it's I have a receipt.
Hmm.
I've got a receipt, right? Uh,
Receipt's great.
I need to see your. Let me see your ring,
Yeah.
right? Or even like, there's also something much cooler, I think, to writing something on a piece of paper. This would be a good like Nick DeFont question, actually. Um, Writing something on a piece of paper that's interesting. Like a
Hmm.
very bad example is going to be black hole. That's a bad example, right? It's a picture of a black hole. Very bad example. But um, if there was something interesting on this, sorry, I know I'm going on a tangent, but it's because I
No,
think
keep
this.
going.
Uh, I don't know what that would be, but if it was like, um, this is not the end or something, or this is the beginning.
Okay.
You go, so like this is this is fun. So you show a piece of paper and it says, "This is the beginning. Can I see your ring?" Hold that. You pull out another piece of paper that says this is the end.
Right.
And now you do whatever. Maybe it's already folded up in inside. I don't know. Maybe they feel the ring appear inside of it.
I like all of that. This is the beginning. This is the end.
That's just
I
a
mean,
cool
what's nice
framework,
about
right?
it is that works without it being said. Like you could be like, here's the receipt with the ring. This is the beginning. Hold on to it. This thing, whatever this is the end.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on
yeah.
to it. Okay, so and now this is the start. Even though even though like the trick's over, which is nice. Um
So
something I
what I was
just
gonna
real
say,
yeah.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. This is totally
It's
separate.
I was gonna say the original thought that I was having in my head was you show a receipt, they put the you say, let me see your ring. You put in, you go, I don't know if you noticed what the receipt was for. It was for this. And now you bring out what you bought
Great.
on the actual thing. And
Great.
now that vanishes and now it appears inside of the
By the way, this works, dude.
yeah.
So you're insane. One of the reasons why this works so well is the receipt is paper, but
Yeah,
it's
flimsy.
strong, but it's a little flimsy. What
Yeah.
I'm feeling right now
Is a ring.
feels like metal.
Yeah.
And now here's what it is. It is the bottom of the receipt rolled up.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
That's cool.
like and totally clean. Clean, clean, clean. No plastic, no extra. And the reset would be like
Fold,
I
fold,
just
fold.
fold like three or four or five times, right? And then took it and just rolled it onto itself. The other thing is that the average width of a receipt kind of makes the average size of a ring.
Well, the funny thing is if you do a sharp crease,
Hmm.
so wrinkle the whole thing first,
Yep.
do a sharp crease at the bottom so you're set. So when you pull it out, it looks like you're like this.
Yes. Yes. So you start. Yes, I see what you're saying. So this becomes the ring. Fold, fold with a sharp crease here, right?
Yeah,
So the discrepancy is this is the receipt you start with, and it ends like
this
two
much
or three
longer.
inches longer.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Unless you rip it. If you rip it, it doesn't matter. If you're ripping
great.
everything, then you're good to go.
So this is your reset. So
Yeah.
this I just get goosebumps.
How does that live in your wallet without it getting smashed?
This lives in your front left pocket that you don't carry anything in. That's what I'm saying. You can't do this trick. No, no, no. I understand what you're saying. Um, this how does this live in your pocket? Dude, it's pretty strong. I'm blown away. Do you have a receipt on you or near you?
uh, Let me check my back pocket.
You know what? I bet it works with a bill.
I bet you it does work with a bill. Although the bill, you're going to notice that it's.
Will you? Hold on.
I think the printing on the bill's a very big.
Oh God.
I
It's smaller.
thought I had a receipt, but I don't. Somewhere I
I
don't.
mean, that's your reset if you start with the bill folded in half.
Yeah. Hmm.
Pull out a bill. Let me see your ring. Borrow it. Put it here. Fold. Fold.
That's cool. Just put it on your thumb. So just go down, put it on your thumb,
Dude.
hold that.
Dude. Grab a bill.
I've got a fake bill here. Oh
I'm
wait,
holding a
I have
ring.
a bill in my pocket.
Swear. And then let me see. This won't work, but here we go. Watch. Ready for the vanish?
So I think that the thing we're missing now is how clean I think that the
Here.
Vanish was gonna be. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Um,
This is now all like, why is that bill suspiciously rippled at the end?
yeah,
And with the receipt, you can tear it, like you're saying. You're clean, clean.
yeah, you're super clean, right?
Okay. So back to the receipt. You asked a question though, which maybe we could get back to, which is how do you carry it like that? You know?
I mean, that feels great though. Yeah, see that even feels it feels a little even though it's super cool, that feels dirty.
Okay, do you have a receipt on you or can you grab a piece of notebook paper?
I've got let me see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a ring.
I think I just threw away. Oh, I do have a receipt. I know I have one. It's in my backpack because I think I just did I just throw it away? No, I did. Boom, there it is.
There we go.
All right.
Got my ring. Okay, so you have a receipt?
I do.
Rolling up the bottom, I guess. The receipt is so good, dude, because it's like soft. It like is malleable, you know? Crease on the bottom.
This is
That's
two.
your reset.
Four.
This is bonkers.
So
I love what you were saying about the receipt is for whatever the object is. Now it's all motivated.
it happens to be.
Because then it's ring to anything. It's like
Yeah.
this is the
That's
trick. It's
that's what I
like,
was gonna say earlier was it's funny because I feel like this is just on its own is a cool jam of like, oh, here's a cool way to vanish a ring to do something with,
yep,
which is a, I think mission accomplished as far as like the goal of what today was, as
dude,
far as a ring or as far
dude.
as what the thing
I'm
is.
literally covered in chills from my under my ears to my back. Because like this is it. This is it. And what's so cool about it is let's say like you want the ring to appear in anything. Just
Yeah.
say that the receipt is for that thing.
Yeah.
Here, let me try something with a receipt. Let me see your ring. I'm gonna put your ring in this receipt. Hold on to it. It's funny because what that receipt's for is this load, pull it out.
Well, you know what's
Call
funny
your
is you
uncle.
might be able to roll this in a way to where the bottom of the it's so it says on there like if you just get a little thermal printer like one of those little cheap
Hmm.
thermal printers.
Hmm.
This obviously is not the right way right now.
Have you felt it in a? Do you have a receipt? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to stay closed, and the bottom of my receipt looks funky.
Dude, this is how what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah,
just.
that's what I'm doing too. I just don't like to see how the bottom's all like.
Oh, and then, but I think you get some whenever you just fold it once and do that hard crease.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Now you got this. That looks pretty good, right?
Just get that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Start with it like folded.
Okay. So let's see. I've got that. Boom.
Trying to think of what this could end up inside, just to have a thing. What do you buy that fits in your pocket? Like a gum pack, like a pack of gum. That's what the receipt's for.
Oh
And then
yeah,
the
like a
ring's
CVS,
inside a gum pack,
which is easy. I mean, you just make a slide for
gum pack.
like that 5 gum or something like that. It's a pretty easy thing to make a slide for.
What if you
Um,
made the slide out of the sticks of gum? So
that's fun.
it's slid in and then you pushed everything in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything goes down. I
Mhm.
wonder if there's something. There's got to be something that's like a like what am I thinking of?
Tic Tacs is cool.
Yeah, I was thinking Tic Tacs, but I was trying. But the clear, it being clear means that the reveal happens when you're pulling it out of your pocket. So you need
Dude,
something around it
yeah, but if there was a way of like loading the
being
ring into the
shielded.
Tic Tacs so that the ring was like behind the Tic Tacs,
Do you
and then you
do you remember the
it,
thing that I made for women? This thing
yes,
where it
yes,
was
yes,
like
yes,
boom. So
yes.
you could either make Tic Tacs vanish, or you could
Hmm.
that could be inside of your pocket.
That's
You
cool.
load, pull it out, show the Tic Tacs, and then go watch. Chink, and now the ring appears right in the middle of the.
What I'm wondering is if Tic Tacs are made in a way where if you shove a ring in the back of the Tic Tacs and then close it, if you cannot see it because of the Tic Tacs.
I no 100%. I just don't think like in a box barely big enough for the Tic Tacs to fit in.
No, it's got like enough layers. Let me look up a photo of Tic Tacs.
I thought it was just wide enough. I thought it was the width of a Tic Tac, like this way.
I think Tic Tac box. You mess with Tic Tacs way more than me. No, it's got some depth to it.
I mean, there's only one way to. It's just to test it to see if
Yeah,
it's.
but what I'm getting at is like
Yeah, yeah.
the
It's.
organicness, and then you
I'm
just
just putting it
shake
in.
and you
Yep.
see it come into view.
I mean, you could just. You might be able to. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to fit inside of there. I don't have Tic Tacs around me.
Let's keep
Um.
playing with this. This is almost done. So this is the start.
Yeah,
Borrow
I
the
think this is
ring.
done, right?
Yeah, it's
You
done.
now just need the. I think I have a ring here somewhere.
I like what you said.
I think
Just
just
put
put
it
it
on
on
your
your.
thumb. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Oh, don't pull that out.
I'm borrowing a ring. I am putting it onto my thumb and just rolling up the receipt, I guess, at that point,
Yeah. Now just
because
roll
then
around it.
now it's there. I mean, got it
That's
there
on
on my
your thumb.
thumb,
Yep.
right? I need it on my left thumb because my front left pocket's gonna be where I load it. So it's like here, hold and then hold your fingers like this. You get a clean. Check this out, dude. Hold your fingers like this.
Yeah.
This is a great position to be in,
Yeah. It's
and
an
you
awesome.
hand it to them with the dirty hand. So they pinch. You come away. God, that's so cool. Got the thumb, and then I'm just gonna test it to see what happens. I'm flattening the ring,
Yeah.
so I'm flattening it. So now, oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Don't do that. I'll tell you the thing that I that's bugging me right now, even though
Hmm.
this is getting very close.
Hmm.
I don't like that the ends are open of the
Oh,
receipt.
okay.
The only I think that if that was the case, then you
Keep going.
you would want to grab the receipt. So if this was open, if I did this with a ring, right? If I went boom, 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 hold that,
Hmm.
and they said okay, I would want to grab this and I would want to go boom, and now it's gone.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
That feels more elegant to me than
What if you did that? Wouldn't, in theory, the setup that you did just end behind?
it could. I
So
think
let's
you might do
see.
like a small piece of plastic, kind of like what we were
Yeah.
talking about before.
Well, I mean, that's yeah. I like that there's like a you do a little bit of prep version of it, and then
Yeah,
there's like the
super
you don't
impromptu.
have super impromptu, so you get the best of both. But what I'm saying though is just to see if it would work. I'm resetting it again, holding it up once, and then creasing the crap out of it. So here's the reset. So we've got it. And mine is just like that.
Yeah,
Right? Is that what you're doing?
yeah, same.
Okay. And then borrow the ring, put it on your thumb, and then roll, roll, roll. Pinch your fingers like this, hand it to them, come away with the ring. I guess you'd have to do it sideways so they don't like look in there. So sideways. And then here would be the test. What happens if I do this?
That's a cool.
Oops. Wait.
The other way. Yeah, there you go. That's good.
That's really good, dude. Because here's what's cool about this. I love the plastic. The plastic is like tricks done. Put the receipt down. But for this one, if you have it rolled up, right?
100%.
What's nice is you go here, this is gone. That vanish you get, right? And now look in your other hand while they're doing that. This is for the ultimate impromptu one.
Yeah,
You
yeah. Now
know,
you just now unroll.
you're just playing with the receipt while they're like they're going through the layers of the
Well, then
reveal.
accordion fold this.
Oh, so it's easier.
Yeah.
That's so smart. So it's less work to clean up.
That way you just pull.
Oh God, that's great. Yep, yep. We got 10 minutes. To your
I mean,
point, this is
yeah.
already a win because I like this.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I think that this is a good jam on a vanisher. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
A super clean
So
vanish.
it's
So I mean,
there.
this is you know what this is? This is a really cool way to just do a ring flight. Just you just do this and then have
Yep.
like a Dushek style ring flight, like one that you just load.
Hmm.
Because then you say, here's this, do you know what this is for? Hold these.
Yeah, the accordion made that so much easier.
Yeah, then just pull.
Okay, so that's done. That's cool. With the 9 minutes we have left, I like that it's just a ring. I,
This still bugs
I
me.
okay. Can you just do a little like beep beep? Or you make a little package?
I'm just trying to figure out how to make, because you want this, right? Boom.
Oh yeah, that's what's nice.
You don't want that to go too far. And there's probably a really good kind of origami style way to do this that's going to make it like really nice. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just to jam later.
Yep. There. So it's fold. Wait, no. So the thing about getting that unfurl is you have to do a reverse fold to do that, I think. It's just so good. A devil's advocate, there's something more fair about the sides being open because it's like,
I just don't like that they can do this. I don't like that it's easy for them to move their wrist. So maybe that's the challenge. How do you keep
mm,
them from?
what if
It's
you
like
put them into a position where
that's what
it's
I'm saying.
it's
You need a tense position.
so what if it's palm up, thumb and finger? They go here because it's
What if they do this?
great.
I guess that's still kind of a
Or
little bit
this,
easy, but it seems a little more.
just hold your hands out.
I like this part so far,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Without this flashing. You need to keep that from flashing on the bottom.
yeah. Well, it doesn't flash if you put a little piece of plastic on the back of the receipt, right?
Right. Yeah.
So this is just got to be a little more careful with that vanish.
I think if you do a strip of plastic, it's easier.
Hmm.
I like the concept of this being impromptu.
Yes.
Those are the two, I guess
Yeah.
the two things. And
Hmm.
if the plastic had just a piece of double stick tape on it, you can still, while you're doing this move, you can still steal that off as you hand that to them.
That's great. Yep.
But I like that this is impromptu, like a very impromptu-esque type.
I also like the cleanup you need to do happens while you're just playing with a receipt and while they're doing the reveal themselves. Whatever the ring ends up inside.
Yeah.
Like if you could have, so like with our nest of boxes idea is just to put a full bad thing in, I guess. Would it be receipt book page money, post-it note? There's something I kind of like about like uh this fits me, but it's like, can I borrow your ring? Can I borrow your ring? I'll use this receipt. I pull out the wallet. I'll use
Hmm.
this receipt. Da 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 da. Hold out your hand, hold it, and then if anything happens, you
You get
know,
my
you give them $20 or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
And then like okay, ready? Like,
Yeah, that I like the kind of going back to this is the beginning, this is the end type of a thing.
yeah, that's
If
kind
there
of
if it
interesting.
does like a transpo, yeah, that's
Is
fun.
there is there a way of making so the ring's in there? No, because you'd want the ring in
How do
there
you
at the
do the
same.
opposite?
Yeah.
How do we make a gimmick that does the opposite? That goes from
How do you have a ring inside a bill? Because here's a cool ending: is if you gave them a bill that was flat
Mhm.
and it felt flat, but
Yeah,
then whenever they did that,
there was a ring
they're
inside.
it's their ring.
How would you
There's
how
a
would
ring inside.
it's their ring? That's
Well, I mean, we joke, but look inside the bill, unfold it, and it's your ring. And then they look at your pinky and you've got their ring on. Like,
Mhm.
is that your ring? No. Oh, that's my ring. Oh, here, let's swap back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that way you could have a more
Oh,
heavily
I see what you're
gimmick.
saying. It's your ring.
Yeah, so like to your point of like how do you do it in reverse? If you made a ring that could fold flat or compress that wanted to be a ring,
Like a
you could
silicone
have
ring?
silicone ring, you could have that silicone ring in a bill so that it's flat, right? They hold that,
That's cool.
they could hold that from the beginning. So here, let's start out like here's this, this is the end, right?
Yeah.
You've been holding that from the beginning. Can I borrow
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
ring? You've got my 20, whatever. Here's a receipt, da, 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 and you pinch here. So they feel flat, they feel ring,
So
right?
silicone's too big. What is something that can go from
Flat to
flat
not.
it would do the opposite of what we're doing, right?
Yeah,
Is what we would need to do.
yeah. 3 minutes.
It
This hour went fast.
did go by very fast. Uh,
Um,
what is something that can start?
well, I mean, in a perfect world, it they feel it, but I mean, there's something cooler about it ending being their ring, you know.
Yeah, that
I'm
is
just
cool.
saying, like, I'm just saying, you do get the because you steal it out as you're putting it in their hand, and while your hands are at your side, you just put it on your pinky or something,
Mhm.
and then you grab this, gone, unroll that ring, unroll that bill. They unroll it. Is that your ring? No. Oh, that's mine. Oh, here, let me switch you back.
Yeah, no, which I think is great.
It's a fun
It's what is
material.
that material? Yeah, is what I'm trying to figure out. What's
Um,
something that what's something that exists already that
well, it's almost like if you rolled your ring up in this bill, right? And you said, pinch your fingers like this, hold your hand out, and just hold. Like, if you put a ring in a bill and you put it in my hand and I hold, I cannot feel that ring.
yeah.
I cannot. Dude, do you have a ring?
So maybe there's a way, yeah. So maybe there's a way to where you can now show a bill, do something,
Hmm.
or if it's like thick on both sides or something, you know what I mean?
Hmm. But I'm saying you load your own ring.
Oh,
So
so
this
you
is
can do
the
the kind of kickback.
so this is the start. Check this out. I'm
I
gonna
mean, this
roll
feels
this up.
bananas.
It feels thick.
No, like in your hand.
Oh, and there's a ring in there?
Yeah.
Dude, great. So you roll that up like that. What I'm saying is like if you put this up here in their hand, and they curl. You know what I mean?
I think that this is cool. I think that their ring still needs to be an impossible location, which is now
Yes.
getting into into Defat's routine.
Oh, okay.
Because Nick's routine is hold on to this, ring vanishes, open, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
that's his ring and
So
it's in an impossible location.
just to end it, because we're at time, I feel like you're a beast. That was amazing.
So that was fun. That was awesome. What are you
I
talking
think I
about? That was
I think the discovery today is a impromptu way of vanishing a borrowed ring.
yeah, which is cool.
And the completed concept is using this technique. If you have any way of revealing a ring,
Definitely, definitely.
claim that that thing is on the receipt.
Yeah.
It could be in any pocket. If you're a back pocket person or a front pocket person, it
Could
could
be
be
it could
anywhere.
be anything. It could be a cool. That's what I think that is what I like about the jam today is that it could literally be whatever.
So this is the receipt. This is called
Paper
receipt.
ring.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Name to be determined. But
So funny.
dude, I love you, man. This is
Love
so
you, bro.
cool. Proof of concept. Now you've ruined it though, because it's like this will be one episode ever. It's
So
like,
stupid. No, I'm sure there's gonna be like amazing ones.
oh my God. You're the best, man. Thank you for doing this.
Awesome. Thanks for asking, bro.
Danny Garcia, look up him everywhere and everywhere. Follow, follow. I'll put all your info on this.
All
I
right.
don't know how to thank you for this. Take you to
No, dude,
dinner.
this is fun.
You're
This
the
is awesome.
man.
Yep.
All
Hit
right.
me up later.
Okay.